Sarah felt like she was constantly running on a treadmill, pushing herself harder and harder, but never really getting anywhere. She was expending so much energy, but the scenery remained the same. Her days were packed from morning until night, a relentless cycle of activity that left her feeling drained and overwhelmed. There never seemed to be enough hours in the day to accomplish everything on her ever-growing list. With meetings and tasks piling up, her desk became a monument to her busyness, a chaotic landscape of papers, sticky notes, and half-finished projects. Each item seemed to scream for her attention, adding to the mental clutter. She prided herself on being busy, seeing it as a sign of her importance and dedication. She believed that the more she did, the more valuable she was to the company. Juggling multiple projects at once became her norm, a constant dance of shifting priorities and competing deadlines. She hopped from one task to another, rarely giving herself the time to fully focus on any single one. Yet, despite the whirlwind of activity, the constant motion and the long hours, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. A nagging feeling of unfulfillment shadowed her, a persistent whisper that questioned the value of all her efforts. Was she truly making a difference, or was she simply spinning her wheels? The important projects, the ones that truly mattered to her, the ones that could make a real difference to the company's bottom line and her own career trajectory, always got pushed aside, relegated to the bottom of the pile, victims of the urgent but ultimately less important tasks that consumed her days. At the end of each exhausting day, as the sun began to set and the office emptied, Sarah wondered where all the time went, how another day had slipped through her fingers without her accomplishing what truly mattered. Her to-do list seemed longer than when she started, a testament to the endless stream of demands on her time and attention. She had touched many tasks, flitting from one thing to another like a hummingbird, replied to countless emails, wading through an overflowing inbox that seemed to regenerate itself every few minutes, and attended all her meetings, dutifully participating in discussions that often felt unproductive and time-consuming. But the needle hadn't moved on her key goals. The metrics that truly defined her success remained stubbornly unchanged. The constant motion gave the illusion of progress, a comforting but ultimately false sense of accomplishment. But deep down, she knew she was stuck in a cycle of busyness, a hamster wheel of endless tasks and fleeting deadlines. She was busy, incredibly busy, but not productive, not in the way that truly mattered. The stress began to take its toll, manifesting in headaches, sleepless nights, and a growing sense of anxiety. And the joy she once found in her work faded, replaced by a sense of obligation and resentment. One evening, staring at her overflowing inbox, the digital equivalent of a bottomless pit, Sarah had a moment of clarity, a sudden sharp realization that cut through the fog of her busyness. Busyness was not a badge of honor, it was a barrier, a self-imposed obstacle that was preventing her from achieving her true potential. She realized that being productive, truly effective, wasn't about doing more things, cramming more tasks into an already overloaded schedule, but about doing the right things, focusing her energy and attention on the tasks that would have the greatest impact. This simple thought sparked a desire for change, a powerful urge to break free from the cycle of busyness and reclaim her time and energy. A new way to manage her days and energy, a more intentional and fulfilling approach to work and life. Many of us fall into the same trap as Sarah, a common pitfall in our modern work culture. We see her struggling, overwhelmed by the sheer volume of tasks, and it's a scenario that resonates with so many, equating busyness with productivity. We mistakenly believe that if we're constantly occupied, we're automatically being productive and contributing meaningfully. Our culture often praises long hours and packed schedules, almost as if they are badges of honor, symbols of dedication and hard work, making activity itself the goal. We get caught up in the whirlwind of tasks, losing sight of the actual objectives we're trying to achieve. We fill our days with tasks and meetings, often without questioning their true value or contribution to our overall goals. Feeling accomplished simply because we're occupied. The sheer act of being busy gives us a false sense of progress and fulfillment, but this constant motion can be deceptive, a cleverly disguised trap that keeps us running in circles, masking a lack of real progress. We might be expending a lot of energy, but are we actually moving closer to our desired outcomes? When we believe that being busy is good, a sign of importance and value, we take on too much, stretching ourselves thin and compromising the quality of our work. And our attention becomes fragmented. We're constantly switching between tasks, unable to fully focus on any one thing. This constant switching drains our mental energy, leaving us feeling depleted and exhausted, and makes deep work difficult. The ability to focus intently and produce truly meaningful work becomes a struggle. We might feel like we're getting a lot done, ticking off items on our to-do list with a sense of accomplishment, but we're just skimming the surface. We're not delving into the deeper, more impactful work that truly moves the needle. The outcome? What's the inevitable result of this relentless pursuit of busyness? Burnout, not breakthrough. Exhaustion, not innovation. The problem isn't effort. It's not about a lack of hard work or dedication, but a lack of effective strategy. It's about working smarter, not just harder. True productivity is about intentional action, about consciously choosing where to focus your time and energy, achieving outcomes efficiently. It's about maximizing your impact with the least amount of wasted effort. It means distinguishing between being busy, caught up in the chaos of endless tasks, and being effective. It's about prioritizing quality over quantity, and focusing on the tasks that truly matter. Doing less, strategically and deliberately, but doing the right things, the things that align with your goals and values, leads to far greater results. It's the key to unlocking your true potential and achieving lasting success. This shift in perspective, from valuing busyness to prioritizing effectiveness, is the first step to reclaiming your time and energy. It's the first step towards a more fulfilling and productive life. When we think about improving productivity, we often imagine massive overhauls, complex systems, and strict schedules. But lasting improvement comes from small, consistent actions. Tiny habits are the building blocks of remarkable results. They're easy to implement, less intimidating, and more sustainable. Habits, once formed, require less willpower and free up mental energy. By turning essential behaviors into habits, you put progress on autopilot. The magic is in compounding small actions. Repeated daily add up to significant outcomes. 1% better each day leads to exponential growth over time. A simple, well-chosen habit can be the cornerstone of a productive life. The simpler the habit, the more likely you are to stick with it. This foundational habit can create a ripple effect influencing other behaviors. The journey to enhanced productivity starts with a single, manageable step. This is the power you can unlock. We all strive for greater productivity, a way to make the most of our time and energy, but often we get bogged down in endless to-do lists and feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of tasks. The one simple habit that can skyrocket your productivity is this. Create a very short list of your most important tasks each day. Just a few key items. This isn't about listing everything you do, that massive, never-ending list that just stresses you out. It's about intentional selection, a conscious choice of what truly matters. Identify the few vital tasks, the absolute essentials that will make the biggest impact on your day and your overall progress. These are the tasks that, once completed, will move you closer to your goals, both short-term and long-term. This focused approach cuts through the clutter of distractions and less important activities, and directs your energy where it matters most, allowing you to channel your efforts into the things that truly drive results. Think of this as your daily priority list, top 3 tasks, or focus list. Find a name that resonates with you, pinpoint no more than 3 crucial tasks for the day. Resist the urge to add more. These are the tasks that, if completed, would make you feel truly productive and satisfied at the end of the day. Limiting the number forces you to distinguish between what's merely urgent and what's truly important for your progress. Naming your list elevates its importance in your mind and reinforces its purpose as a guide for your daily actions. By starting your day with clarity and a defined purpose, you eliminate indecision and procrastination, setting yourself up for a day of focused action. This single habit can transform your days from reactive busyness, constantly putting out fires, to focused achievement, where you're proactively working towards your goals and making real progress. To make your daily priority list a consistent habit, decide when you'll create it. The specific time matters less than being consistent. Many find it effective to create the list the evening before, closing out the day and preparing for the next. This reduces anxiety and lets you start your day with a clear plan. Others prefer to make their list first thing in the morning, setting a proactive tone. The key is to choose a time free from distractions and stick to it. Treat this appointment with yourself as non-negotiable. Consistency transforms a good intention into a powerful habit. Anchoring this task to a specific time makes it much more likely you'll stick with it. When it's time to create your daily priority list, intentional limitation is key. Restrict yourself to just 3 important tasks, no more. This constraint forces you to focus on what truly matters. The rule of 3 is manageable and motivating, reducing overwhelm. Limiting your focus ensures your best energy goes to high-impact activities. These tasks should align with your larger goals and require focused effort. Ask yourself, if I only accomplish these 3 things, will I feel satisfied? Write your priorities down, on paper, a sticky note, or digitally. Make them visible throughout the day as a constant reminder. This act transforms vague intentions into clear commitments. Reviewing your list helps you stay on track and resist distractions. To make your daily priority list stick, use habit stacking. Link your new habit to an existing one. For example, after pouring your morning coffee, write down your 3 tasks. Or after brushing your teeth at night, plan your priorities for tomorrow. The existing habit becomes a cue, making the new habit automatic. Over time, this connection strengthens and your list becomes a natural part of your routine. You won't have to think about it, you'll just do it. Also, acknowledge your progress when you complete your list. A simple mental pat on the back reinforces the behavior. This positive reinforcement makes you more likely to repeat the habit. Automation and reward are the keys to lasting change. Some days sticking to your daily priority list will be tough. Life happens. Motivation dips, unexpected events arise. The key is persistence, not perfection. On hard days, scale back. If 3 tasks feel like too much, pick just one essential task. Ask, what's the one thing that will make a difference today? Never miss twice. If you skip a day, get back on track the next. Don't let one slip up derail your progress. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Building a habit takes patience and resilience. By showing up, even imperfectly, you build a tool for lasting productivity. This one small habit, creating a daily priority list, can trigger a powerful snowball effect. It starts with clarity and focus, reducing mental clutter and giving your day direction. As you consistently tackle your top tasks, you'll feel more in control and see real progress. The stress and overwhelm fade, replaced by satisfaction and motivation. This positive feedback loop reinforces the habit, making it easier to continue. The benefits spill over into other areas of life: more energy, better decision-making, and increased confidence. It's a keystone habit that unlocks a cascade of positive changes. You don't need complex systems to see big results, just one manageable change, repeated daily. This habit helps you do more of what matters, transforming your relationship with work and life. One prioritized day at a time, you build a more productive, fulfilling, and intentional life.